for me to read some of your comments. Hello, Fidget here, and welcome to another comment read done by me. As you can see, I've got like this heart background because I'm recording this in like mid-January, but I figure it's gonna be closer to Valentine's Day by the time this comes out, or by the time you watch it. Or, you might be watching this at a different time of year. In that case, Happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, Happy St. Patrick's Day, and all that kind of stuff. Anywho, I should probably get on with the comment read. The first comment was under a short where I was talking about what my favorite character is in Dustanelysiantail. Other than myself and GASP and Aura, Anyway, the comment is by Caesar King 5572, who says, definitely Haley and Ginger. Bobo, I think that's his name. Yeah, Bobo's a nice kid. So, shame about what happened to his dad.
Why would you say that?
Fix it.
Why would you say that?
Anywho, I'm glad you like Haley, because, well, if you saw the short, you'd know that Haley was like my favorite too. The next two comments are under a short where I was putting a very naughty little fidget into the microwave. For good reason. Anywho, the first commenter, Fierce Deity 1, says, holy cornball! You calling me a cornball? Well, I'll have you know that corn is delicious.
Then look at this then. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing.
So, thank you. Anyway, the next commenter, Evis A5H, just leaves me like I don't know, one of those emojis where the eyebrow is raised, like this. And I can only assume that that is a reaction to the naughty little fidget's behavior. And I agree. Moving on, back in December, I put out a handful of shorts that kind of tell the story about how I learned how to drive. Anywho, the old sea witch says, I want to make a Deltarune joke, but alas, that one is dead, so I shan't. And then underneath makes a Deltarune joke anyway in emojis. Now at first when I saw this, I didn't get it.
Yeah, see, I don't get it either.
I didn't actually get it with the deer and the truck and the bang. And I want you to tell me in the comments if you get it. I get it now. I just want to see if you do. Judy Hops says, the way you just said it like a fantasy horror story, I'm getting goosebumps. Good ones. You should write a book. Heart, heart. Why, thank you, thank you. And I should say that me learning how to drive kind of was a horror story. But I entirely blame my dad. It is no fault of mine whatsoever. The Proto Saiyan 2.0 says, very good. I'm sure that's the tone they meant me to read it in, right? The Proto Saiyan 2.0 also says, animation, wow! Yeah, it's been a little while since I've done any of my Stuff Happens videos. I'm hoping to again in the future, but they are all semi-animated and it is super fun. But as you know, animation takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, so it might be a little while before any more come out. Moving on, into the one says, I wasn't expecting Dustanelysiantail today, but either way, peak. Well, you would get a little bit of Dustanelysiantail all the time if you subscribe to the channel. Just saying. But you're right, it totally is peak. Peak game, and if you haven't played it yet, do it. A commenter by the name of Don't Mind Me, lol, says, this is so cute. Oh, what can I say? People find me cute. But beware, don't underestimate me. Because that's how I get it. Insiniums4671 says, my parents weren't scared when I learned to drive, but I was terrified. My older sister, on the other hand, apparently she was a bit of a chaotic driver. Well, I hope that your older sister mellowed out later on. We don't want too many chaotic drivers on the road. We've already got me. The next comment is under a short where I was showing off my powers. Spider3289 says, I want your powers, but amplified. My friend, you can't amplify my powers. I am already the most powerful Nimbat in the forest. So yeah. The next few comments are under a short where I was wishing you guys a Happy New Year. Lucas BDH 2001 says, Happy 2026! With a smiley face and a bear emoji and a heart emoji. And like a whole bunch of you guys also commented and wished me a Happy New Year, and I appreciate it. Thank you. The Old Sea Witch comments, before this year ends, I do have a question. I'm sure many people have asked, but where are your wings? And well, sorry, I am responding after the year ended. But to answer your question, if you look at some of my newer videos, you will find that I do have wings. I got them during the summer, like last summer, and they are super duper cool, and I love them. But, well, they're also kind of a pain to put on, so I don't wear them all the time. I'm sure you understand. Riverlinks1895 says, one of my plans is to see you at Vernal Equinox in my new bat fursuit. Congratulations on getting a bat fursuit. I bet it looks super duper cute. And well, I'm not sure if I'm attending Vernal Equinox this year. I hope to, but we'll see how things go. And if I do attend, I'm looking forward to seeing your bat suit. Uriah181 says, we're a quarter of the way through the 21st century too. 2026 will be my year on the Chinese zodiac too. Year of the horse. Well, my friend, happy Year of the Horse. I hope you have a galloping good year. The next comment was under my old short where I was dressing up as, well, Fidget. Gaming's on X says, looks like Meowl. And you guys, I had no idea what Meowl was, and I had to look it up. And it is exactly what you think it is. Just a meme where, like, you mix a cat and an owl. Well, okay, I can see it. Anyway, I said, I'll take that as a compliment. As well, I kind of just, I don't know, I think they're cute. Anywho, Gaming's on X responded, lol, okay. Do you think it looks like Meowl? And well, I assume by it, you mean me? And well, kinda. I can kinda see it. I don't know. Meowl is kind of a weird thing to compare a Nimbat to. Moving on, the last few comments are under a short where I was talking about, well, my origin story, how I started this channel and why I started cosplaying Fidget. Cheetos M7T says, why are you a furry? And well, my friend, I have a better question. Why are you Cheetos? The Foxy Gamer 1536 says, you sound just like her, and it's adorable! Oh, shucks. You're adorable. Uriah181 says, the first Fidget. Well, I'm not the first Fidget, I guess, but I probably am one of the first Fidget cosplayers. Or the first public one, anyway. I honestly kind of hope to see more of me. Because I imagine that there's a lot of ways that folks could interpret Fidget. And I'm curious to see what kind of stuff that you guys can come out with, you know? But I understand if it's difficult. Fidget is perfect after all, and well, it's not easy being perfect. Last comment of the day is by PatAnime1112, who says, Dustanelysiantail is an underrated game of awesomeness. Awesome to hear you contacted the maker. And yeah, before I started cosplaying Fidget, BK and I reached out to Dean Dodro, and we didn't get a chance to talk to him at first, so we talked to his wife, and then she asked him if I could cosplay Fidget, and he was like, yeah, sure. Why not? Anyway, super cool guy. I know he watches my videos sometimes, so, like, if you're watching, Dean, hi! Anywho, my friends, that about wraps up this comment read video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have yourself a super awesome 2026.